Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a blessed and beautiful night. I hope you had a beautiful day. First off, welcome to my latest subscribers. I welcome you to this channel. This channel is to glorify the righteousness of God while being real and transparent before you all. Thank you always for the likes and continuous shares, the comments, and my personal emails. Before I get started, I just wanted to say to you guys, today I got scammed. I got scammed out of $200 um, from my PayPal account. I had money sitting there sewn in um, to me, and here it is. I finally was like, let me just go ahead and get it off, because every time I would try to transfer the money to my bank, it would always come up like it couldn't access or couldn't complete the transaction at the time. So I would just put it off like, okay, well, whatever, I'll try it again, another time, and then totally forget, then remember. So today I was like, well, let me just go ahead and just take the time to see what's going on. So I called what I thought was PayPal, and this person was just walking me through all the steps, you guys, of what I was supposed to do. They unlocked my stuff. I thought I was too legit to quit. And here it is. They they took all that money. So I didn't have to dispute with PayPal. PayPal telling me that I have to go to my bank. My bank telling me I have to go through PayPal. All I'm gonna say is be careful, you guys. It was a headache. I wanted to cry because I felt violated. Somebody invaded my privacy like that. Like I really entrusted this person. Now, with money, we don't play around. So I really legit thought that this person was legit because this person was walking me through the steps and I called the number. So I'm like, oh no. To know what I know now, I just, I felt so bad, and the only thing I can do is just continue to cry out to the Lord and just thank him. I told my sister in Christ, I said, I know, you know, um I've changed so much, because the old me would have been just, I would have been going off on folks, going off on the bank, going off on the people at PayPal and all this different type of stuff. But I was just like, you know what, Lord, no. Um, Vengeance is yours, and they will be paid back. Them people who did that, they will be paid back for what they did. And it's so sad, especially during trying times like this, where things is so hard for, so many people. Now I'm fortunate, to have a lot of luxuries, you know what I mean? But hey, I still need my money. But there's people out here that, they don't have that. And just think that there's people like that that's operating and hurting people like that. It's so demonic and twisted. I just really feel like this world is so demonized. Like it's just being orchestrated so much by wickedness, and people just really don't care. But this is the signs of the time. This is our last days. I mean, it's clearly written in the Bible that these type of people exist, and it's going to be even worse. So I just wanted to tell my subscribers, please be careful, you guys. Make sure it is like legit. Don't, thank goodness that they don't have like all my banking information or my um social security number. They don't have all of that. But just, be careful on PayPal. I feel like now PayPal is one that can be really um, like quickly accessed, and people can just get your stuff. And the crazy part is that the guy that I was talking to says the reason why I wasn't able to even get my money off of there, and they had to lock my account, because somebody in Ohio was trying to access my money. And it's like, I don't know nobody in Ohio, so I really thought the brother was, you know, legit. But that's not here nor there. Just be careful, you guys, in everything that you do. Um, I was like, the other day, I have these thoughts. I'll be talking to the Lord, and when I be thinking about certain stuff, and I said, Lord, during this time of my stand, you know, I was at a point where I was really trying to convince my husband of what was right. You know how when you text them, you email them, or you could even call them and you're trying to tell them what's right, but they ain't hearing you. And it just hit me like, man, are you serious? Like, I really was trying to convince him what is right. So what came to me, and I know it's the Lord, it was the story of Moses and the children of Israel. So I'm Moses. And what I was trying to do is lead my husband out of where he was, because he was a prisoner to the things in which he's been accustomed to, right? Like the children of Israel was prisoners to Pharaoh, and they had grown accustomed to, hurt and pain and agony and, all kind of different stuff. And so the Lord chose me, like Moses, to love my husband out, right? So I'm thinking that by me loving him out is, sending him emails, sending him texts, and different things like that. Um, Again, to, let him know what is right. And it hit me that his resistance have been like the children of Israel's were. Because when Moses was walking with the children of Israel, leading them out, Moses knew, that there was going to be a promised land for the children of Israel, but the children of Israel did not. They could not see. Um, they could not see, what lied ahead. But Moses knew. And that was me. Like, I know, that, what lies ahead if he would just let go of where he is. There's victory, there's freedom, there's glory, if he just let go of where he had been. And so I was just thinking of them, and I was like, wow, Lord, Moses was leading them, and even in the mix of him leading them, they were giving him, a hard time, again, because they couldn't see what he could see. They didn't have a close relationship with the Lord like Abraham did. So they they were giving him such a hard time that they wanted to turn back around because they couldn't see the promised land that Moses knew that lied ahead. And that's the same, for uh people we're trying to lead, like the husbands and wives in which we try to lead them. um we know what lies ahead, but they don't. And because they don't, they go back. They can turn around, to the familiar, even though the familiar is uncomfortable. Now think about it. The children of Israel was walking with Moses, but they did not know what lied ahead. And sometimes it's the same for the husbands and wives. They don't know what lie ahead. They just know what they've been accustomed to. And because they don't know what lie ahead, they rather turn back around and go back to what they've been enslaved to. Because even though it's uncomfortable, that's what they've been accustomed to. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't know that they free. Like, it's sad that even when the chains came off the children of Israel, they weren't free in their minds. They wasn't free in their heart. They were still enslaved, even though God was showing them all these different uh, things as they was walking with Moses. Like our husbands and wives could be shown so many different things about us, about, life, but because they haven't let go of where they have been, it makes them hard. It makes it hard for them to accept, something new and something right. And so I just was like, wow. I said, look at Moses and what he did too, when he knew what was right and he knew what was true, and he just wanted them to know what was right and what was true. And he got frustrated and mad. at them. Well, that happened to me. Like, I got frustrated and mad, and I know that we do that, and we need not to do that, because honestly, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they don't know, and it's not up to us, to lead them, like we want to walk with them on their journey. No, it's up to us to plant the seed of God, and then just let God be God and let him lead them out, because as we're trying to lead them out, and then they're resisting us, we can feel like they rejecting us, when really that is not what they're doing. They're rejecting the freedom. They're rejecting they're rejecting the freedom. They're rejecting what is right and what is true. But because they are, it's only going to take God. It has to take God that is going to show them what is right and what is true. I just was sitting here like, wow, Lord, like, I really didn't even see the comparison until I sat there and I was thinking about it. Like, I really was trying to um, tell this man what is right, and hoping that he would really he get it. But I see that with people, it's really a mind and a heart thing, you guys. You got to know that even with the children of Israel, even though they wanted the freedom and they were walking in the journey of freedom, towards freedom, they wasn't free in their hearts and their minds. Their hearts and minds were still enslaved to the past, and that's a war in itself. When you want something better for yourself, and you know that you deserve better, you know that you don't want to be in chains, you don't want to be under Pharaoh and all the terrible things that he was having you do. You know that they don't want to be joined to their past, doing the things that they are doing. They don't want to do that. It's a war that is raging, against the right and the wrong. But that's where your prayers come in. That's when you step out the way and you really let God be God. I have to say too, our faith is one that is really going to be tested during this time. And as I told you guys, this stand wasn't just for them, it was for ourselves. It was for to elevate us in God's glory, and to bring forth purpose in our own life, because the purpose in our life is not just around being a wife and a mother. It is really most definitely being a child for our living God, having a ministry here on earth where we are gravitating to people such as ourselves, encouraging even other people who is not like us to Christ. We have a big responsibility for the kingdom of heaven, especially during this wicked time in the world. Um, I hope everything that I'm saying to you guys, makes sense. I just know that it's been a lot of us out here that have spent time, trying to reach for those that we love, because we love them. We can see ahead. We can see if they just let go, you know, um, of what they have been accustomed to. If they just let go and let God, it's gonna blow their mind. But um, we must continue to be still and continue to rejoice in God's name and continue to trust that He knows exactly what He is doing. Um, with our faith, I have to say this: it's not going to come, anything that is worth having and anything that God is going to give is not going to come easy. Our faith is most definitely going to be on the line for it. But if we are really firm believers of our Almighty God, we will not be budged. We will not be moved by anything that we see. As I told you guys before, that our promise for restoration is already there. We're just walking through the journey, like the children of Israel to get there. And he did not promise that there was not going to be bumps and along the road like it was with the children of Israel. They faced different things too. Why would we be excluded? We have different things that's going to come up during the journey. But again, the Lord was the provider in their lives, and he's doing the same in our lives too. When we start making situations and even this restoration more bigger than God, to me that's like disrespecting God. How can anything in this world that he created be bigger than the creator? That makes no sense at all. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. I know it's kind of long, but this is most definitely a raw vent with different thoughts that I had. If you are one that have been like me, that heart was in the right place, been in the right place, and you've been trying to, convince your husband or your wife of what is right, stop, because it's right. You don't never have to convince someone that it's right when it's right. They just need to see it, that it's right. And it's only going to be through God that they do. So with that being said, I thank you for watching. Again, be careful, you guys. Please be careful. Please be careful. And until next time, bye.